Tom, we're here to talk about some of the recordings for your new album. What is the name of your new composition?
The new album is called Preserved in Time. This is the artwork. The album itself will arrive in a couple of days from the factory, so I'm very excited about that, of course. And it's a double album.
Yes.
Featuring some of my favorite musicians, including yourself.
Thank you very much.
And as also my drummer that I work with a lot, on a bucket on the violin, of course.
Yes.
So that's it, the new album.
And you are known, really, with your fans for doing many of your own videos. And for this album in particular, then you've chosen some different locations. So I understand that you actually went to the UK specifically to record some of the videos. So you've done a video for Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. So where did you do that video?
Well, that one we did at several places, but we started with filming at Seven Sisters, the cliffs that are close to Hastings, I believe. And, well, it's such a cool place. We actually, we parked as close as we could get, and then carried the drum kit all up the cliff to the edge and recorded drums there as well and guitar. And a couple of days later, the cliff actually collapsed and fell into the sea.
So you are responsible
for... Well, not me, my drummer, Nathaniel, is responsible for that.
For destroying part of the cliff.
Yeah, because I told him, let's not film that close to the edge, but he really wanted to overcome his fear of heights and wanted to put it as close as possible to the edge. So we did it, and
and it still collapsed.
And there's also a video on YouTube of the actual landslide happening.
Is there?
Yeah.
But luckily, you're not in that landslide.
Yeah. And we also filmed at Hastings itself, so at like a beach. Well, a beach, but not sand, but stones, and a lot of fishing boats coming and going. But it took like 2 days to film the whole song because it's such a long song. We wanted to have many different shots, and we played mandolin, bass guitar, drums, guitar. So a lot of work, but it's worth it. I think this song deserves all the effort.
it's a huge song in the history of Iron Maiden as well.
Yeah, I even saw people on the internet saying it might have been the best heavy metal song ever written. So that's it deserves a video at least, right? So they never did a video, so I thought, well, let's do it.
And you also chose to do Power Slave as a video as well. So what made you decide on that song, and where did you do the video?
Well, the song, it's probably, I play a lot of flamenco guitar, or at least I like to play it a lot. And the riff of Power Slave is like a flamenco riff completely, right? And I already tried arranging it for solo guitar, but that really didn't work because you have the rhythm going on with the rasguados, a special technique. But then you have no hands left to do anything else. So I thought for this album, it's going to be one of the big songs arranged with drums, with bass, with, everything. A lot of detuned guitars and strange things used on it. We also filmed that in England because I said to Nathaniel, the drummer, we actually need a pyramid to film this.
Yeah.
I don't know any pyramid in Holland except maybe some stupid fast food restaurant that has the shape of a pyramid, which I don't want to use. So he said, well, there's a pyramid in my village in England. So I said, that's strange. He lives in, I think it's called Eastbourne, the village?
Yes.
Probably very,
in Eastbourne,
very small.
Yeah.
And there's a graveyard at his village.
Yeah.
That actually has a pyramid, was owned by some rich guy in I think it was 17th century, called Mad Jack Fuller or something like that.
Yeah.
And he built a lot of monuments that were not English at all. He built a pyramid to be on his own grave. Yeah. And then from the pyramid you could see the next monument that he built, which was like a Roman tower. And then from that tower you could see the next monument that he built. So he had a lot of these monuments, and we used the pyramid. And we used the Bodion Castle, which is the castle of Monty Python. So that's like a cool place because I like Monty Python. So
cool.
So we used those.
You travelled around the UK, and you also had the idea to do Jerusalem, which is also a great English hymn. Yeah. So what gave you the inspiration to tackle that song?
Well, first of all, I've seen Bruce Dickinson do it acoustic in Canterbury in the Cathedral. So I thought, oh yeah, that's a good song to do acoustic. So that gave me the first idea to also do it acoustic. And of course the lyric says something like, "Can Jerusalem be built in England's green and pleasant land?"
Yeah.
So where else could I couldn't get away with filming it in Holland. I thought Holland is green too, but then of course we have the most flat land ever, so you will definitely see it's not England. So so we went to a place called what's it called? I forgot what it's called. But a very nice place with some hills and a little castle. And we filmed it there, and we had the sheep running around in the background. And also it actually started raining while I was playing the Let It Rain part, as you can see the video, so that suited very well. Yeah.
And the other song that you tackled while that you were in the UK was When the Wild Wind Blows. What can you tell me about that?
Well, that's a song of the Final Frontier album by Maiden, so that's like 2 albums ago. And I'm really a fan of the new Iron Maiden. Let's say, actually it started with X Factor. That's, you know, when you started making progressive songs that were longer, more experimental. To me, I like all the Maiden eras, of course, but to me, a song like When the Wild Wind Blows, Sign of the Cross, or all those long, big songs are more interesting than Run to the Hills or Number of the Beast or something like that. And this song particularly has like kind of folkish Irish folk melodies that I liked a lot. And the lyric is about a nuclear disaster. And you could probably, if the trees weren't here, you could actually see a power plant standing right there, very close to my garden. And it's known to be the most dangerous power plant that's actually in the world right now. So it has most unforeseen problems. Every now and then they just shut it down because something goes wrong, and then, you know, they fix it again. It should have been closed about 10 years ago, but it's still open now. So I thought that's a very suitable song to do, and we were thinking of doing a video just here near the power plant, but I already did many videos there, and it's not such a nice thing to look at, you know, it's an evil thing to look at. So I wanted to have the nice parts of the video in a beautiful place in England, and we used a windmill, I think it's called Chester something. A very cool windmill that's like lonely on a hill with nothing, just green, beautiful lands and this windmill. And a lot of those typical English yellow flowers around it. So we did all the classical guitar, let's say the beautiful part there. And then the electric guitar, which I used some old jazz guitar on it as well. We did it here with the power plant in the background. And those images mix very well because the same kind of flowers were actually standing at the power plant. So cool. I can mix the images very well. And of course a windmill suits When the Wild Wind Blows very well anyway. So that's it, yeah.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck
much.
With your new album. You've chose to have some great guests on it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
from me, Blaze Bayley, and Thomas Zwijsen, have a look at Preserved in Time, the new double CD from Thomas.